All right, so today we are going to talk about triangular bandages, the different types, why we carry them, why you should carry them, and what some uses could be. So we sell 3 different types and 3 different sizes. So the first one's through North American Rescue, and that comes with 2 safety pins, which is super useful. And that's a 37 inch by 37 inch by 52 inch. And this one comes in the Cool Guy OD Green. And it's a very thin cloth. I'll show you guys here. Let me get her opened up. And the triangle bandage has a lot of history with the U.S. Armed Forces. Looks just like a giant triangle, right? And there's a bunch of different uses and applications. And so you can take a triangle bandage and you can turn it into a sling. You can take a triangle bandage and you can use it to wrap a laceration or wound. You can take a triangle bandage and use it to make a makeshift ETD. Throughout time and history, we have used triangle bandages with sticks as combat tourniquets. They have not worked very well, which is what led us to create such innovative designs as the cat tourniquet and the soft T, now which are on the Gen 5 soft T and Gen 7 cat. And so here's another example of the cloth. And this one here, this is a little bit more stretchy, right? And a lot of guys will actually take these and they keep them in their kit because you can use it to sift out any sort of debris that's in water as well. And so you can use it to kind of clean your water. And this is a really versatile piece of kit. So you can use it as a face covering. Like I said, you can use it for stabilizing any sort of injury. Use it as a compression wrap because it does have that stretch. And so a lot of you may be wondering, well, why the different sizes? Well, first of all, do you have room inside of your kit for it? So that comes into play. The second thing is what is the intended use? So the OSHA compliance kit carries a large triangle bandage. The reason that OSHA wants you to have a large triangle bandage is to increase the versatility and modular capability of your first aid kit. You can see that this is much larger than the previous one I had held up. Well, that's so that you can create a sling with it, so that you could use it as a makeshift tourniquet, so that you can do all these things and it gives you additional real estate. Another great thing about the triangle bandage is while it's not recommended because it isn't gauze, you could potentially use triangle bandages for wound packing. If you put enough triangle bandage supported by enough pressure, it will create pressure on the artery and allow a clot to form. That being said, it's much easier and more cost efficient to just use wound packing gauze. And if you wanted to be a cool guy, you could have hemostatic agent impregnated gauze. Fold this up here really quick. Another great thing about triangle bandages is that it's not necessarily just a medical item. This is something that you could use day to day in a survival capacity as well. You could use it as a knapsack. You can form a bag out of it. You could do a lot of different things with this piece of kit. Use it as a head covering as well. Use it as a bandana, protect you from the sun, all these different things. And then, like I said, you could use it for water purification, and you can also use it as a fire starter because this is such thin fabric. A lot of times you'll be able to get threads starting off the side. It's very, very standard with this type of fabric. And that's a great fire starter out there in the wild. And so pulling that away, getting a little fire starter on top of it, maybe some kindling, and then hitting it with a flint rod or a ferro rod, very, very good fire starter right there. So quick glance at our triangle bandages and why we carry them, the different sizes that we carry. Most of our triangle bandages that you're gonna get on the kit is this medium-sized non-OD green one. And the main reason being is, you know, we're not packing this in kits for a tactical advantage. This is as a modular, a multi-capable advantage piece of medical equipment. And so it's medium, it's middle of the road. It can still be used to secure or stabilize a broken limb. It can still be used to cover a laceration. It can be used in supporting an eye injury, whether that be, you know, stabilizing maybe a penetrated object, or even just covering both eyes to ensure that there's no tracking going on by the patient. All of these things are definitely great applications for a triangle bandage. It's a very inexpensive, easy to use, modular capable piece of kit. So if you don't have a triangle bandage, I don't know what you're doing, go get one.